yours?
You bet.
I have a Target debit card. What's your best advice?
Best advice for any debit card, Target or otherwise, is to cancel it.
Really?
To make sure you transfer any auto pays across, any miles, that type of thing. But debit cards are linked directly to your bank account. And if they get a hold of that, you're completely hosed.
So there's a number on the back of the card. There's a customer service number. You call that number.
Tell them you think you've been a victim of fraud. They'll change it because, of course, the bank doesn't want to be a victim of fraud, so they'll send you out a new one. It's hard during the holidays right now because you don't have use of that card. In the meantime, they'll shut the one down. So be conscious of the fact that you need to be using a different card that you have not used at Target.
Viewer says, I have a credit card that I used twice once in November, once in December. What do I do about my credit card?
If you used it in December, credit card, I would probably still cancel. You can also just monitor your statements, set up those automatic account alerts so you know if money's being spent when you're not the one doing it. That's kind of a first step. If you have any suspicion, though, that your card is being misused, just cancel it. It's way more work on the back end than it is preventative.
After all the damage is done to it, then it's really hard. Is it necessary for me to contact TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, the credit card company?
That's a great question. I think I would probably, regardless of this breach, just because of all the identity theft that goes on, I would freeze my credit with those 3 bureaus no matter what. And yes, monitor those. Annualcreditreport.com. It's free. You can monitor those and let them know because, again, this is all preventative before the card gets used in some illegal way.
Does it cost me to put a fraud alert on my credit card?
Not necessarily to put it on, but when you take it off, it's generally $10. So when you put a credit freeze, a fraud alert will be free, but you have to kind of prove that you've had some sort of theft or fraud. But a freeze, when you take it off, say you want to go and set up a new account, you have to unfreeze it or thaw it. Costs $10 in Colorado. It's totally worth it because it could cost, like in my case, hundreds of thousands of dollars if they use your identity.